Peace, peace, y'all. It's your girl B from B&ROSE here. Welcome to the B&ROSE Vision. I pray that you all are in good health, good mind space, good spirits on this beautiful evening. And let's get into a collective reading. So the collective readings here are meant to support the B&ROSE objectives: art, intuition, reverie, create beauty, truth and love, all those beautiful, expansive things. This page is still in its newness, but if you stick around, you'll get to see all the wonderful things and ideas and community that B&ROSE has planned. All right, so with that, please like, share, subscribe, comment, all of the things that keep creators like myself in this space and keep this community growing. All right. So let's get into a collective energy reading. This is a makeup for the full moon 2 reading, where the music was so loud it almost drowned out the message. However, I posted it anyway because the message was beautiful in my opinion. And listen, one mishap does not stop the show. All right. So you hear me shuffling our Moonology Oracle cards, and one more shuffle here, and we'll get into it, just to see what energy the collective is stepping on for this weekend. So the last readings were to the full moon. I guess now we're in the waning gibbous, which is that somewhat midway point from the full moon to the new moon. So the full moon shines her light, exposes the shadows. Waning gibbous is a time for integration, or how I like to call it, not moving too fast, you missed the lesson. Okay, so let's see here the message that the divine has for us. All right, thank you, Spirit. Let's do an oracle message for the collective. What energy is the collective stepping on for this waning gibbous cycle? Waning gibbous. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Now, myself, the collective, come to you with open hearts, open minds, ready to receive this message. What energy is the overall energy for the collective? This overall message, can you share with us to keep us in the mind of integration for this waning gibbous moon? Thank you. Okay. You have to be a little patient, right? Energy is not linear. All right, so here's what we got here. The end of a tough cycle approaches. The end of a tough cycle approaches. What is this tough cycle that the collective is going through? So I'm gonna get into some tarot, the classic tarot here. See if we can get some messages to support the tough cycle that the collective is currently going through. And it's good to know that whatever that tough cycle is, the end is approaching. Okay, let's see if we can get some more information here. Explain to us what the collective is currently facing at this time. Thank you. Quick shuffle. At the bottom of the deck, we have the World card. So definitely representation of the end of a cycle. The World card is that cycle coming to a close. Okay, thank you, Spirit. What is this cycle? It's a tough cycle. They're looking for an end. Give us more detail. Thank you, Spirit. What is the collective facing? What energy should they be aware of at this time? Okay. All right. So the first card out, we have the Two of Wands, followed by the Queen of Pentacles. And just want to get some supportive messages out. Then we can get into more depth in this reading. What's this Queen of Pentacles energy? Some supportive messages for the end of a tough cycle approaching. The new, like I said, we're about, what, 7 days, maybe a week away from the new moon, which is the beginning of a new moon cycle. The collective is, with the Two of Wands here, looking forward to that close. And what's so significant about that Two of Wands card is that he is holding the world in his hand. Okay, he is making progress. He is making plans. Okay, he's gonna maybe take over the world per se, but he is very optimistic about what the future holds. And next out, we have the King of Swords. So we have the Queen of Pentacles, the King of Swords. Okay, anything else? Anything else here? Thank you. The King of Swords. So this is not a love reading, I can tell you that. King of Swords energy is very much head over heart. This could be business related. With the Queen of Pentacles here, is definitely about your resources, your finances. The Wands here representing passion, work, which if it were supported by some other cards, then it would be different. But what we're looking at is possibly a financial cycle. Maybe you're looking to, because now we have the Four of Wands here. You know what? I think we'll leave it at this point right now versus forcing the message here. So, like I said, first card out of the tarot, we had the Two of Wands. Now, like I said, the Two of Wands is very optimistic. He's already, as you can see, he's facing the world. He's looking out into the open, into the possibilities of a bright future. I mean, it's bright. There's water there, which represents fluidity, clarification, cleansing, right? Newness. So he's looking forward to maybe making a decision on what he's going to do next, because there's already been some progress with where he's headed. The Queen of Pentacles is that stable, nurturing financial situation. It is not just, it's foundational resources, right? It's not, like I said, it's not just a job. It's not just a quick buck, a quick hustle. This is something that is going to bring provisions that are practical, that are sustainable, right? Because you see, she's nurturing that pentacle. She's holding it like it's her baby, right? So this means that this is resources that are wealth driven, you know, not like rich. You know, I say there's a difference between being rich and wealthy. This is wealth, okay? This is wealth. This is something that is able to sustain a family unit, you know what I mean? So, and then following that, the King of Swords. So the King of Swords is very tough, okay? It's definitely head over heart. It's about discipline. It's about locking in. He is very truthful, very honest. So this is not your, this is not pacification, right? This energy here is mental clarity. It's authoritative, right? It is very much yielding this sword that you see the King of Swords with. Whatever is not making sense, cut. Whatever is not beneficial to the clan, you know, by him being a king, right? That's not beneficial to the kingdom is cut. Period. No second thoughts about it. And then following that, we have the Four of Wands. So the Four of Wands indicates a coming together. It reflects community. There's a celebration. There's joyful moments to be had, right? This is, in this spread, representation of enjoying the fruits of one's labor, you know? So I can see how this, right, because it's completeness, is, you know, things like that. So from what I'm getting here in this message, the collective has been making progress, or has been, the progress that they've made has proven positive, has proven substantial in their financial life or whatever. When you see the pentacles, that's representation of the physical realm. So this is not something that's feeling oriented. It's not about spiritual sense. This is your manifestation of one's desires, right? So this is actual seeing the work you've been putting in. You have, you know, that car that shows that you're getting, you know, you're getting money, right? You have that home, you have that family that's being taken care of, you know, nobody's wanting for anything. So, and because of the discipline that you've shown, is going to be beneficial to you. You had to get into that King of Swords energy and just lock in and be disciplined about it, right? And now the end of that cycle, maybe you've been working hard. You've been focusing just on your goal. You haven't, you know, discipline yield fruits, right? And that's exactly what this message is saying here, because the end of the cycle, the completeness is you being able to enjoy the fruits of your labor. And this is not just you alone, right? This is a celebration of community. This is our family. This is a coming together of a family unit or a homecoming. So you're able to just, you know, be able to enjoy it, okay? And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands means manifesting quickly. So with that, we have the Oracle card saying that the end of a cycle approaches. This could be something you're looking at in the next few weeks. Then, like I said, the new moon is approaching. So it's definitely not something for you to ruminate over because you have been locking in. You know, you've probably made some sacrifices that have caused you to miss out on some situations or some things or some events or some celebrations. And now you get to make up for lost time, and in a way that is going to feel like wholeness to you. You know, that's going to feel fulfilling for you, you know, and for your family or for your community, you know. So I think that's a good place to leave this message. And let's see if we can pull one more Oracle card to kind of seal it off here. And let's see here, let's see. We can get one more Oracle message just to close out this message. Beautiful message. Spirit. Let's get one more oracle message to close out this reading. Thank you. This collective message. What can we share with the collective? It's a positive last message for this reading. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Spirit, yes. One more oracle message just to close out the reading. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so you got time to take time to breathe out. Take time to breathe out is your final message, okay? Oh, wow. At the bottom of the deck, prosperity lies ahead. All right, so I think we'll leave it right there. Talk to you soon. All right, peace. Get out of here.